Welcome to This Week in History by the Clinton Public Library. Remember to subscribe to receive notifications of new videos.
Hello, it is another time of This Week in History from the Clinton Public Library. This week's article comes from the Daily Clintonian from January 2nd, 1920. Clinton Library has unusual circulation, third in state in extension work, and its total circulation of books is ahead of that of many larger cities in Indiana. Paper by Mrs. Swinehart. The paper read by Mrs. F.L. Swinehart regarding the Clinton Library is reproduced below, after the arrangement had been made to publish it, but before Superintendent G.W. McReynolds of the city schools knew of the plan. He suggested that he would like for the greatly appreciate the work of the library. It's a treat to watch the youngsters lined up to get the books when Miss Bowling brings them out to the substations for distribution, said Mr. McReynolds. The way in which the school and the library board work together he regards as one of the most important facts in an educational way for the city and community. The statements Mrs. Swinehart makes regarding the way the local library compares to others over the state, the high service rendered by the librarian and her assistant, and such other facts as the vice president of the board presented at the New Year's Eve community meeting, are seen by reading what follows. The Clinton Public Library has a mission to fulfill in this community. How far it has succeeded and in what measure you have contributed towards its success, I let you be the judge. The larger part of the work of a public library today is work with the many as contrasted in the early days with the work of with the few. It used to be considered that the intellectual members of the community were the library borrowers. The public library does not neglect the interest of the scholar, because by a system of interlibrary loans from the state and other large libraries, materials not on hand may be secured, but the emphasis placed upon the public library today is to serve and to bring within its influence the less educated and the less trained. The circle is constantly being widened until it is hoped to reach every section of the city and township. The public library is becoming year after year the elementary, the secondary, the part-time school. It seeks to serve all ages from infancy to old age. Mothers may find within its shelves books of pictures and nursery rhymes which delight the prattling babe. There are books for all ages of childhood. She will find books on training and care of children, publications for the making and fashioning of their clothes, for the delicate needlework or crochet which she loves so much to do. The library cooperates with the public schools in preparing and furnishing books and publications suggested by the school authorities, which are used by teachers and pupils in furthering their work. The library, with the help of the school, is trying to create a love for good reading. The library seeks to serve the youth after his school days are over and he has entered into life work. Upon its shelves will be found books on mines and mining, salesmanship, plumbing, engineering books relating to club life, social life, religious life, and other things valuable to community life. Now, in our township are a large number of our people who could not well come into our public library. The library saw the need and it goes to them. This is what we call library extension. By the cooperation of our former trustee, Mr. Dunkley, the branches were established in the school centers in the township about 4 years ago. Our present trustee, Mr. Statler, gives his hearty assistance to this work by seeing that a place is made for the collection of books, and also does what he can to make possible sufficient funds from the township, and encourages and backs up the work of the librarian. Today we have branches, 13 branches in the township, one at every school except in two one-room buildings. In 1919, they borrowed 37,103 books. We lead the state outside of Gary and Indianapolis in our township extension work. Books are taken from the main library by the librarian by taxi and placed in the school buildings under the supervision of a teacher who is paid a small sum for circulation per 100 books. About every 6 or 8 weeks they are changed. Branches in the city are South School, Glendale, Hillcrest Chapel, and Colored School. Total circulation in city 73,730. Total in city and township 110,838. About 40,000 more than in 1918. Children are the main readers, but it has been the aim of the librarian to increase adult reading, and a marked increase was noted the past year. I think you will agree with me that when more books are read by children and adults in centers like Universal, Jacksonville, Centenary, and Hillcrest, there will be a decrease in vice and lawlessness and a making of a better community. Not long ago, a little boy asked the librarian how we got our books since Mr. Carnegie died. I wish every child could know and understand that the library belongs to the public and is maintained by a fund received from taxation. Last year, Clinton City gave the library $2,622, the township $1,492, total $4,113. This year, Clinton City will give $2,700, Clinton Township $1,746, total $4,446, increase $333. This is not enough to do what the libraries and board wish to do, but the most important things will be done. The extension work will be pushed further and the needs cared for as funds permit. The library assembly room has been much used in the past as a meeting place for clubs, Boy Scouts, War Fund Association, various war work committees, and other meetings of educational or of community welfare nature. Now, just a little bit about the one who promotes this service, the librarian and her assistant. We have one of the best librarians in the state. We knew this before the state commission told us. Miss Martin has been librarian the past 4 years and had previously served us a year. She is a college graduate, also a graduate of Indiana Library School, and had 1 year in New York Library School. She is able to render true library services because of her understanding of the activities of the world, a knowledge of the past, a knowledge of books, and above all, a knowledge and a liking for people. Then, together with the ability to know people in their varied life and interest, and to be able to help them with broad sympathy to choose the right book at the right time, are qualifications desired for a large part of the public library work. The assistant librarian, Miss Bowling, is a high school graduate and a graduate of Indiana Library School. One needs only to meet her to feel that she is ready to serve. If you are interested in some subject and desire more knowledge of that particular subject, consult the librarian and she will gladly collect material for you. Full cooperation exists between members of the board and between the board and librarians, because all are interested in the welfare of the community. As a result of the efforts of the librarian and the board, the Clinton Public Library stands 11th in the state of Indiana, ranking above the public libraries of Anderson, Franklin, Goshen, Lafayette, Hammond, Logansport, Kokomo, Brazil, Richmond, Peru, and Marion in circulation. As a member of the library board, I ask your help in promoting the influence of this public library, that it may be a power in the year of 1920 for the molding of public opinion and for helping individuals of this community to a better citizenship. It is your library. It belongs to you. Use it.